The 1970s were a wild time for cars, not just in how they looked, but in all the little extras people added to make them feel unique. Back then, cars weren't just a way to get around. They were rolling living room status symbols, and sometimes even a bit of circus on wheels. From fuzzy dice to stick-on gadgets, there was no shortage of creativity. Today, we're looking at 10 car accessories from the 70s that seem downright crazy today. 1. Fuzzy dice on the mirror. If there's one accessory that screams 70s cool, it's the fuzzy dice. Hung proudly from a rear-view mirror, these oversized plush cubes weren't about function. They were about style. They symbolized luck, freedom, and a touch of rebellion. While they may have been fun, dangling objects on the mirror weren't exactly safe, which is why you rarely see them today. Still, they remain one of the most iconic car accessories of the decade. 2. 8-track tape player. Before cassette decks and CDs, the ultimate car upgrade was an 8-track player. Sliding that chunky cartridge into the dash meant you could take your favorite music with you on the road. Families listened to rock, disco, and even comedy albums while cruising. The downside? You had to flip tapes constantly, and they wore out quickly. By the 80s, the 8-track was history, but for a moment, it was the soundtrack of America's highways. 3. Stick-on compass. Long before GPS, people relied on maps and the occasional dashboard compass. The stick-on compass was a tiny gadget that clung to your dash or windshield, wobbling around as you tried to figure out which way was north. They looked cool, but they weren't always accurate. Drivers eventually realized it was easier and safer to follow road signs. Still, for many, the little compass was a symbol of adventure. 4. Vinyl seat covers. If you ever climbed into a hot car in summer, you know the pain of vinyl seats. In the 70s, seat covers were often made of vinyl or plastic to protect the upholstery. Sure, they looked shiny and new, but in reality, they stuck to your skin, squeaked when you moved, and got blistering hot in the sun. Over time, comfort won out, and fabric or leather became the standard. But those sticky vinyl covers are a memory few forget. 5. CB radios. Breaker 19. In the 70s, CB radios were more than a trucker tool. They were a nationwide craze. Families installed in their cars to chat with strangers, get traffic updates, or just feel like part of the open road community. Kids loved calling out with their handles. And for a while, CB lingo even made it into pop culture. Eventually, cell phones and modern communication ended the fad, but CB radios left behind a colorful chapter in car culture. 6. Swivel bucket seats. Some 70s cars came with swivel bucket seats, designed to make it easier to slide in and out. With the pull of a lever, your seat turned toward the door, almost like you were boarding a spaceship. They were fun, futuristic, and surprisingly practical. But as safety regulations got stricter and airbags became standard, swivel seats disappeared. Today, they're a quirky reminder when automakers weren't afraid to experiment. 7. Car ashtrays everywhere. In the 70s, smoking was so common that cars came with multiple ashtrays. Front seats, back seats, sometimes even in the doors. Some models even had little lighters built right into the dash. While it might seem shocking today, back then it was considered normal, even stylish. As smoking declined and safety concerns grew, the ashtrays slowly vanished from cars, leaving behind a very smoky legacy. 8. Hood ornaments and car mascots. For some, a car wasn't complete without a flashy hood ornament or mascot. From chrome animals to wild custom emblems, these decorations turned every ride into a personal statement. They looked great gleaming in the sun, but they were also theft-prone and dangerous in accidents. By the 80s, most were gone, replaced with safer, subtler designs. Still, few things had style like a gleaming 70s hood ornament. 9. Chain-link steering wheel covers. Yes, it was a thing. In the 70s, some drivers installed steering wheels covered in chain links, giving their car a tough, custom look. They weren't exactly comfortable or safe, but they sure stood out. Some versions were even chromed to shine in the sunlight. Today, it's hard to imagine gripping cold metal links instead of leather or foam, but back then, style often won over comfort. 10. Car curtains. Believe it or not, some families installed little curtains in the back windows of their cars. These mini drapes offered shade, privacy, and a homey touch for long road trips. Sometimes they matched the car's interior, giving the whole ride a cozy feel. But as designs modernized and safety became the focus, car curtains disappeared. Now they feel more like something from grandma's living room than the back seat of a car. The 70s gave us cars full of personality and sometimes questionable accessories. From fuzzy dice to CB radios, these add-ons remind us of a time when driving was about fun, freedom, and making a statement. Which of these crazy accessories do you remember? Did your family car have any of them? Tell us in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this nostalgic ride to the past, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more trips down memory lane with Rewindly.